Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price. I can already tell you, yes, the USDT dominance was broken to the upside and we actually closed our weekly candle above, which, as we already expected it in our last video, led to a massive correction to the downside and a small pump for the USDT dominance to the upside. The good thing is that Bitcoin is still able to hold its support here of our previous downwards sloping resistance, which has turned into support but never properly got confirmed actually. Anyways, Bitcoin is still holding that, and in the meantime we are still forming this additional falling wedge, which is about to break out anytime, probably still till the end of this month. And this breakout will definitely decide in what direction Bitcoin is going to go for the month of March and May. Because as you guys know, if we are taking a look at the USDT dominance in the past, yes, this was always a signal for our all-time highs and our local tops for Bitcoin. But for the first time in the history of Bitcoin, we actually were able to break it to the downside. So I actually hope that the entire cryptocurrency market and especially the bulls will be able to push this weekly candle or the next one back below this upward sloping support, because this would mean that the bears actually only achieved a small fake out, a bull trap, a bear trap in that scenario. And if this is the case, guys, we can expect a lot more upside for Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies. As you know, the USDT dominance is the percentage of USDT compared to the entire market cap of all cryptocurrencies combined, and the USDT amount in the market is growing constantly. So even if we only reach the same USDT percentage again after potentially correcting here to the downside, this would actually open the potential for new all-time highs for Bitcoin. And as you guys know, I definitely expect that Bitcoin should be able to reach our long-term 11-year support and resistance once again at the current $112,000 to $113,000 level, which would then also correlate with our USDT dominance lows at the around 4% level. And if we then break this USDT dominance to the downside, because a lot of altcoins start performing very strongly against Bitcoin, then this could be actually a sign that Bitcoin also will be able to leave this 11-year resistance behind. But now let's talk about the likelihood of this even occurring and the likelihood of the bulls being able to push the USDT dominance back below this upward sloping support. As always, guys, make sure to smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell so you don't miss out on any content. And guys, I told you already in my last video, go to cryptotradeshub.com. Connect your Discord account. It's super easy. Just click on Connect Discord. You just connect your Discord account in the web and then you click on Join Server. It's absolutely for free. After my last video, there was a huge amount of new people joining the Discord community, guys. It is absolutely crazy how many people actually joined here, and they are already sharing a lot of information, guys. A lot of nice chart ideas, a lot of inspirational stuff, also a lot of advanced stuff. As you can see here, he's actually using Footprint, which is highly interesting. And is definitely an advanced way of looking at the charts and candlestick patterns. So if you want to learn from some more experienced traders and get some very nice idea, not only from myself, but from other people in our great community, guys, make sure you join. It's completely for free. You don't need to connect any exchanges, nothing. You just, as you guys just saw, connect your Discord, click on Join Server, and boom, you are part of the community and can start sharing your opinions and your trade ideas with others. And keep in mind, there is never a wrong or right analysis. Everyone has their own way of analyzing the charts. It is just about getting inspiration from others and sometimes maybe even a second opinion to things before rushing into maybe a life-changing trade in a good or a bad way. But now, guys, let's talk about the charts, because Bitcoin needs to do one simple thing. We are also going to talk about Solana, and maybe you guys can remember the Litecoin call that I did a couple of months back. Litecoin has been outperforming Bitcoin quite well since I made that call. So we want to talk about when I'm going to take profits off my Litecoin spot position and I'm moving them back into Bitcoin, or if I'm actually even scaling up my spot Litecoin position, as we can expect here some sort of a breakout to the upside in the immediate short term. But first of all, let's take a look at Bitcoin. I mean, for Bitcoin, it will be important that we are closing this weekly candle above the $69,000 level, right? So what needs to happen till the end of the week? It is extremely simple, guys. We need to break back above the $69,000 level with a daily candle. We need to get a confirmed breakout here out of this falling wedge. Otherwise, we will get a bearish weekly candle close for Bitcoin. And this would definitely not be a good sign, because this will increase the likelihood very, very heavily that the USDT dominance actually got confirmed as support here and will start moving to the upside till we reach here our downwards sloping resistance. As you guys know, in the past for Bitcoin, all of these arrows here on the USDT dominance chart are the arrows that you saw in my long-term Bitcoin chart. And at the end of the day, these always perfectly with 100% accuracy signaled our tops for the bull markets or local tops during bear markets. So what I don't want to see is that Bitcoin breaks above this downward sloping resistance, because as you see, every time we broke above this downward sloping resistance on the USDT dominance, that was actually the final sign that the bull market is actually over. And that would be not so nice to see now already, especially with these fundamental, potentially great news coming up that a crypto reserve in America could get established till the end of the year, depending on how the agency that just now got established is going to decide after doing their research for the remaining 5 months of the period that they have time to do their research, if a crypto reserve is actually possible and how it would be executed, because this is nothing that is 100% certain yet, right? So for me, it is very simple, guys. We don't need to overcomplicate things if there's nothing to overcomplicate. Bitcoin needs to break above the $69,000 level with a daily candle, and we need to break out of this falling wedge. This is all I'm keeping an eye on. And on top of that, guys, if we are breaking here to the upside, I would love to see that we are not getting rejected from the 0.618, right? Because if we're getting rejected from the 0.618, this will increase the likelihood dramatically. And it doesn't matter if it's this weekly candle or the next weekly candle. If we see a massive wick to the downside, because Bitcoin is successfully breaking out of this falling wedge, but is then immediately getting bought up again and is actually closing its candle back above this support, guys, I will go out of all my long positions. I will actually probably open some new short positions even, because then I definitely expect this would be like a final confirmation that the bears are now in control and that the bulls failed to actually regain control of the markets, looking at the USDT dominance. And this would mean that USDT dominance would definitely start rising. And then the only question is, are we going to get rejected at this downward sloping resistance here, or are we getting a confirmed breakout? And a confirmed breakout would probably mean that we are not going to see new all-time highs till the end of this year even. So I don't want to see that. We definitely need to get back below the USDT dominance long-term support, and we need to close a weekly candle below it. This would be the only scenario where we can definitely know that this only was a fake out to trap the bears, and the bull market actually will continue, and we will get a second chance to reach our 11-year support and resistance, which on the weekly time frame, as you know, is coming in at the 111, more or less, more actually $112,000 to $113,000 nowadays. And guys, there's nothing else I'm keeping an eye on. The only thing that I'm definitely doing is, I already know that Solana was correcting quite heavily. I opened a small Solana trade yesterday. I closed it out in a profit because Bitcoin was continuing to go to the downside, so I didn't want to risk anything, so I just placed my stop loss in a profit again. The Solana trade was a couple $1,000s in a profit, but it was a small trade anyway, so I didn't want to risk anything and gamble on altcoins. For now, I'm keeping an eye on Bitcoins daily, first of all, before I'm doing any more risky plays with altcoins. And besides this, let's talk about Litecoin. I just wanted to give you a quick update on that, because there's some interesting developments there. As you guys know, a couple months ago, I told you that I'm accumulating Litecoin spot here around the $60 level, and that I expect a bigger breakout at the USDT, the Litecoin Bitcoin chart. We actually saw this breakout happen now, and now the question is, I just want to update you on this position. Now the question is, okay, we already outperformed Bitcoin by almost 50% since I gave you guys this call with Litecoin. So what I'm now just keeping an eye on, can we close this week above this old high point for the weekly candles Bitcoin USDT, because then I expect Litecoin actually to have a very easy way of outperforming Bitcoin a little bit longer, especially if Bitcoin is able to break out of this falling wedge here successfully. And I will also keep an eye on the Litecoin USD chart. If we are breaking above these old highs here and we are closing the weekly candle above, in combination with the BTC Litecoin chart closing above, I expect Litecoin to be able to skyrocket a little bit higher. But why am I telling you this right now? Because I have to tell you that I'm also going to take profits very, very soon, and that I'm moving out of Litecoin back to BTC, because in the history of Litecoin, we still need to all agree that Litecoin is able to outperform Bitcoin every now and then. Actually every couple of years only, Litecoin is actually able to outperform Bitcoin very, very heavily. But when it does, it is actually only in the short term. And that's why I don't want to miss the point where I should take profits. So if we either get rejected on the weekly here from the BTC, from the Litecoin USD chart and even the Litecoin Bitcoin chart, I will take immediate profits. If we are confirming the breakout to the upside, I will actually scale up my Litecoin spot position. I will probably double it in size. This will move my average entry to around $90 to $100, and then I will just let Litecoin ride a little bit higher, maybe to the $200, $250 level, where I will exit all of my Litecoin back into Bitcoin once again. But I will keep you up to date on this a little bit in the next upcoming weeks anyways, so you exactly know what my plays are. As you guys always know, I'm sharing my entries always completely transparently. I'm always sharing my exit, I'm sharing my losses, I'm sharing my profits, I'm always sharing my entire P&L history in my videos. So yeah, I'm probably the most transparent trader that is on social media, to be honest. But anyways, guys, you know that if you are watching my videos. So make sure to smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, and keep in mind that the market makers for now actually also have some very nice liquidation levels right at the area of the $100,000 level. So I also think that we have a little bit of a higher likelihood of market makers being interested to move the price up a little bit again, and this would be signaled by a confirmed breakout out of our falling wedge here. So it's not looking all too bad as long as we are able to push this weekly candle or the next one again below this USDT dominance. Closing the weekly candle anywhere near the current prices, guys, would be a bearish weekly close for Bitcoin, would be a bearish weekly close for the USDT dominance, or it would be a bullish close for the USDT dominance, which is bearish for the crypto market, right? And then, to be honest, I will maybe even close out my long position in a loss because I just know that we will go lower, and then there's no need to take this additional risk if I just know that we can open these long positions at lower prices again, and I don't need to wait out for weeks and weeks till this trade becomes profitable once again. But for now, the bulls still have a great chance. We have a lot of days remaining in this week, and we have a great potential bullish breakout here forming. So let's hope that the bulls are able to complete it. And now, guys, join the Discord community. You can also chat with me there. You can take a look at all the other chart ideas that the other people have, and you can share for sure also your profits sometimes if you have some nice trades, as the other people here in the community doing as well from now and then. So make sure you join, guys. It's completely for free. As said, just use the link, go here, click join Discord, and boom, you are part of it. You don't need to do anything else, and you have additional info and a lot of nice people you can talk to. I will ban everyone that is not nice to each other, by the way. Very easy and simple. But now, guys, we are going to see us soon. Smash up a like, subscribe, activate the bell. Bye-bye.